Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. So this is my 2024 Toyota 4Runner TRD off-road, and it sits on a 2-inch level kit, which really doesn't matter other than it looks a lot better, but that doesn't have anything to do with fitting the tires. So what I'm sitting on right now are basically 33's, and they're not 285/70's, they're actually 255/80's, and I'll talk about why I went that route versus what people generally do. So these next four pictures are just a shot of each of the wheels and tires, so you can kind of see how they look in the wheel well. And of course the steering wheel is straight here, and there's really no issues with the rear tires at all, and there's actually no issues with the front tires with the mud flaps. So none of the mud flaps had to be taken off, and there's only maybe a tiny bit, and maybe I'm not even certain that there's a tiny bit of rub on the passenger side on the front fender liner, and I'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so this picture is a picture of the tire on the mud flap. This is on the front liner, I believe. That is front liner 2, or front wheel well liner. There's another shot of the mud flap not being an issue. Another shot of the mud flap not being an issue. That's on the front or on the passenger side. That is another shot of where the fender liner is, and that's another shot of a mud flap not being an issue. So the question you might ask is, why go with such a skinny tire? I went down from 265/70's to 255/80's, but it's not much of a difference. You know, it's 10 millimeters basically, because I went from a ridge grappler to a ridge grappler, same thing. Although I did go from a C-rated tire to an E-rated tire. These particular tires, I think in every brand that they came in, they were all E-rated, I believe. So you're going to be stuck with E-rated, which isn't a bad thing. That's a thicker tire. Generally, the drawback is it's a heavier tire, but it's a little bit better for off-roading in the sense that it's going to be a little bit harder to puncture. So the typical tire people use to achieve the 33-inch size is a 285/70/17. And I did pick out an E-rated tire, as you can see here, and this is $335, and bigger, fatter tires look cooler, that's for sure. But if you look here, you can see that the weight of the tire is 55 pounds, and then it's only a 32.8. So it's not even a 33-inch tire. So this is the one I selected, which is about $40 cheaper. And as you can see, it's a 255/80/17. It is the same exact ridge grappler as the other one. They're both E-rated from the same tire manufacturer. So I tried to compare apples to apples to make the best comparison here. Because, you know, if you go from one brand to the next, it'll change a little bit. But as you can see here, this one's obviously E-rated too. This one actually is 2 pounds heavier, so that is a drawback. But as you can see, it's 33.3 inches, so it's actually a ½ inch taller than the 285/70, which I think is kind of interesting. And that is part of the appeal here. So the 285/70s are not as tall as the 255/80s, and also this is the other reason why you might select a 255, is their clearance with the fender liner and the mud flaps. I don't have any issue with the mud flaps, and there's really no issue with the fender liner. I got pretty close on the passenger side, but it didn't really hit. It just looks like it's hitting, but you can't, there's no marks on the fender liner at all. There's no rubs, you can't hear it snag or anything. Now this is just flat on the street, or my driveway rather, so when I go four-wheeling there might be some clearance issues. I might have to squeeze the fender liner in or cut part of it out just slightly, but I don't think I'm going to have to move the mud flaps at all. I think that they can stay completely attached, and I think everybody who runs 285s always has to take them out, the best I can tell reading, you know, up on this stuff. So going with the big tires did have a drawback, and that's that my old 0 to 60 times were 9.9 and 9.8 seconds 0 to 60. And now my current ones are 10.5 and 10.4 0 to 60 with the bigger tires. So they do take out some, speed, although I don't think any of us bought a 4Runner so we could drag race people, so I don't think that's a huge concern. I will say the speedometer error is 0 now, like it's exactly on. My speedometer was reading a little faster than the car was actually going before I did the tire swap.